guys, and welcome to the watch channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at this watch, which is the Citizen Promaster NY0118-11A, otherwise known as the Fugu. Now this is a Promaster watch and is designed specifically for divers and those people who are, I suppose, enjoying water-based sports. Now, first things first, let's look at the dimensions of the watch. I'll put those up on the screen for you now, but essentially you've got there or thereabouts a 44mm diameter case, around about 49mm from top of lug to bottom, and about somewhere between sort of 12.5 to 13mm of thickness. I'm going to try and keep the scoring to the same as what I've done previously. So looking at the case first of all, you can see you have a nice polished main portion to the case here, finished with brushed up on the top, but it is polished on the sides. You have a nice, fairly unique bezel there where you have brushed finishing all around, but you do actually have only knurled portions at certain parts of that bezel. What that does allow for is increased grip. So when I actually try to turn this bezel, my fingers do sort of slip on the smooth bits, but they'll stop at those knurled portions, and they are finished very, very well. You have an aluminium insert bezel there with a Lume pip up at 12 o'clock, and as you can see, alignment on this watch is, or on this bezel, sorry, is perfect. If we flip to the rear of the watch, you do have a screw down case back made obviously of stainless steel, and you can see there you have the Fugu engraving on the back there, Fugu being a Japanese pufferfish. Score for the case, I'm going to give that a solid 9 out of 10. The main reason for that is this very unique and very innovative, in my opinion, left-handed crown. And this was before left-hand crowns and left-hand drive and all of that other nonsense that Tudor and Rolex have all jumped on the bandwagon. There is a primary purpose for this being on this side, and it's got nothing to do with the fact that you wear your watch on the right wrist or the left wrist. It's because if you put your watch on, the majority of us on the left-hand wrist, this is actually protected by your own wrist. If we start to look at the dial, you can see we have applied markers. They're filled with Citizen's Lume, which is very, very nice, and I'll put some pictures up for you to show you what that Lume actually looks like. You have a nice red contrasting seconds hand there, but otherwise all white dial. Now, I think when you're looking at this watch in the dark, fantastic, but I must say it is a little hard to read in bright daylight with that white on white dial. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's quite nice, but like I say, from a legibility perspective, in bright daylight, it does struggle a little bit. It would have been nice to have seen the minute and the hour hands with possibly, some sort of red outline or an orange or something that contrasts with the dial to make it a little easier and a little bit more legible to read the time. We'll see there at the 3 PM position, you do have the date window. This version has both Japanese, so kanji, and also English days of the week, and then the date on the far right. Looking at the legibility of the watch, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Now, moving on to the strap here, you can see we have a nice rubber strap. It's not a silicone, I don't think it's a silicone, it just feels like a sort of very nice, good quality rubber. But this is something that's quite interesting to me. I always looked at this writing on the Fugus as just a bit cheap and tacky, but there are some real reasons for that, and this is so that divers can actually see, based upon the depth that they've been going to, the amount of time that is required to return back to the surface. Another thing as well, I looked at this as like, why the hell's it got this, these little things drilled into it? But again, very simply, because it provides a little bit of air to the strap at the back, and will obviously dissipate water, so that it's not sat there stagnating and getting on the wrist. And seawater is very corrosive, and if you do have it rubbing between this and your skin, that salt water, you will end up with a bit of a rash. So something like that does help. Another thing as well is you've got these little S-bends in the watch which actually help to expand that watch slightly. So when you are out of the water or in the water, as your wrist may be required to adjust with a wetsuit or something like that, then this will help. Probably a 7 out of 10, I think. I must say I do find it a little on the thin side, but I don't think that it's bad by any stretch of the imagination. I think it's just okay. Last but not least, overall value for money. Now, some of you may be aware that I had this on special. It may still be on special, I think, if you use the code Fugu and go to the link in the description. But you can have this watch for $399 Australian, including delivery. I think retail on it is about $750 or something like that. But for an automatic diver with some serious specs, Sapphire Crystal I forgot to mention as well. But overall value for money, I think it's really up there. I would give this a nice 8 out of 10 in terms of value proposition. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed that. Like I say, there's been plenty of footage on the video for you, so like I say, if that hasn't answered your questions, if you do have any other requests or questions, please don't hesitate to put them in the comment section below. But other than that guys, I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Goodbye.